When Laurent Gbagbo was calling all Africa, it was a silence. Today, it's not the same because most Africans understood. And we need to get together to kick France out of Africa.
That's right. That's it. France out.
Yeah, France out of Africa. France out of Africa.
France out of Africa.
Peace to Africa.
Thank you. I'm about to introduce another longtime comrade in the struggle against imperialism and particularly in defense of the Cuban Revolution. I bring up Ike Nahum of the New York, New Jersey Cuba Sea Coalition.
Thank you very much, Brother Roger. I want to just say that we're very happy. The Cuba Solidarity Movement, we just came from an activity at the Cuban mission in defense of Cuba, outnumbering and outmobilizing counter-revolutionary Gusano forces, and we outshouted them and outnumbered them. We identify in the Cuba Solidarity Movement completely with what you are doing here today. This is very important, and the continuity of the struggle of the Cuban Revolution with the African Liberation Movement is very clear, that history. In fact, I would argue that the decisive victory of Cuba, Namibia, Angola, Mozambique in the struggles of the 1970s and 80s that led to the unraveling of the apartheid state, to the independence of Namibia, to the defense of the sovereignty of Angola. That was a decisive turning point in the elevation of the African continent, to the point where today they all have to go begging for Africa or posturing to try to talk about Africa and appeal to Africa. But Africa is rising up. We are seeing today a massive uprising across the African continent, and it is a historical reckoning for all the crimes of Western imperialism in Africa. And the Cuban Revolution has been in the forefront of that. And I know that the folks here today and the movements that you represent will be the strongest allies of our movement against the horrible blockade and the movement of which Cuba is in the forefront. It's not any wonder that in a few weeks they're going to vote again for the 31st year against the blockade of Cuba by U.S. imperialism. And it's not an accident that the most eloquent speakers that will take the floor in defense of Cuba, and it will be from African continent, from the Caribbean, from the people that know that role. Anyway, I could go on forever. Thank you so much to the organizers for doing this. It's very important. And venceremos!
What does Africa do when it's under attack?
Stand up, fight back!
What does Africa do when it's under attack?
Stand up, fight
What
back!
does Africa do when it's under attack?
Stand up, fight back!
That's quite appropriate because I'm about to bring up Lisa Davis from the Black is Back Coalition.
Brothers and sisters, I'm so proud to be standing here with you today. I'd rather be standing on this side of the fence any day with you than on that side and what that represents. I'm with the Black is Back Coalition for Social Justice, Peace, and Reparations, a part of the Uhuru movement. You may have heard about Omali Yeshitala being attacked and the FBI coming after him. He's also the chair of the Black is Back Coalition. I'm going to be short. I'm going to be to the point. France, get the fleet out. Get the fuck out. Take your French toast. Take your croissants. Take your damn fries. Take your eclairs. But the chocolate stays in Africa. Remember that. And get the hell out. United States, get out. Colonizers, get the hell out. We will be fine without you. We existed for hundreds of thousands of years without you. And we can do the same. We stand with all oppressed people. It's very important that on November 4th, we are having the Black People's March on the White House, which is a march against U.S. imperialism and oppression. It's going to be in Washington, D.C. Please come. Washington, D.C. to be there and to stand strongly. And again, thank you so much. Also, Chairman Amali Yeshitali is in town. He's going to be at the Harlem Book Fair on Saturday, and he's going to be in Brooklyn on Sunday. I have information I will pass out. Thank you so much. I salute my powerful brothers and sisters of D12. Thank you. Uhuru!
Uhuru! Uhuru! Can y'all hear me?
Yo!
Can y'all hear me?
Yo!
Can't hear me. Let me say, on behalf of the December 12th movement, that I think what's very important is our ability to act instantly when we're under attack. It's very important, not that we're here, just here, but the groups that came together to be here has to be that call and response going into this next period. Just because they're losing doesn't mean they're going to lose.
That's right.
We have to become the decisive force to make that happen. We have to begin to bring more and more people to the issue. And the way you do that is through unity and solidarity. When we struggle with each other and we fight with each other, which is a good thing, because the only way we can build better unity is to fight for that unity.
Right.
Nobody's going to give us that unity.
That's right.
When last night, was it last night? When we were up at the Betty Shabazz, was that last night?
Last night.
Damn, shit happened. So much shit happened. The president of Cuba was there paying homage to Malcolm X. And you know, I said to them, it's so funny, one of our comrades in December 12th, who's passed away now, she was decisive in keeping the Audubon Ballroom. So now it's the Malcolm X Betty Shabazz Center. But it was going to be a biogenetic research center until some young people and one of our comrades, the Black Consciousness Movement, said hell no. They took over the president's office at Columbia. They took over the commissioner at HPD's office. But the deal was you're not tearing down the Audubon Ballroom. And that's why it's standing there now. So we have to look, as I listened to the president of Cuba last night, what's consistent about the Cubans is that they built a structure. I want you all to hear me. They built a structure. If we don't build a structure, we won't win. Everywhere revolution has been consistent, they've built a structure. And you know what that means to build a structure? It means you got to give something up. You got to give something up. Individual, I want to do this, you want to do that, it's not going to work. So I'm very proud of from the time we responded to Nigeria to this moment right now, we've stuck together on a common political line. That imperialism is, as Fidel said, is not going to walk off the stage of history. It has to be kicked off. And I know Workers' World is here. I was telling us Sarah Flounders was in China, and she was doing an interview with the Global Times in China. And she made a statement there that continues to haunt me till this day. She said the thing about imperialism, it must continue to expand. It will die if it doesn't expand. It's constantly struggling to expand. So if they leave, they're coming back. If we put them out, they don't try to come back. But she said the most dangerous thing about them is they do not see a world without them. I mean, I want you all to dig on that. They do not vision a world without them in charge of it. What makes that dangerous is they got nuclear weapons. They got all kind of shit. But what they don't have is they don't have the people.
Come on.
They don't have the people.
That's right.
They don't understand the people because they don't believe in the people because they're too busy exploiting the people. But we've got to understand that they are dangerous.
Yes.
They're more dangerous than the cop on the corner because they're the ones who give guidance to what the cop is going to do. So I said to you, I'm very happy we came here today because I'm glad you all came. But you did what you were supposed to do anyway. This is where you were supposed to be. Nobody had to make you come. This is where your ass should have been anyway.
That's right.
So those of us who understand that, got to teach those of us who don't. But I'm proud to be here today. I'm glad we're standing up. People in Africa are standing up, but they've been standing up. They've been standing up. Years and years ago.
We were attracted to President Mugabe in Zimbabwe because he said it's our land.
That's right.
That is a tremendous weapon in Africa.
That's right.
90% of Africa is rural. It's not metropolitan. It's unindustrialized. But the first thing they said was you got to take the land back.
That's right.
And since they took the land back, Zimbabwe done caught hell. You can't find another article, anything in the paper. You know, when they attack you every day, 24 hours a day, you know you're doing something right. You got to be doing something right because they're talking about just open the paper. Today I looked at the paper. There's something about an old finance minister who said Zimbabwe wants to join the BRICS. Because y'all know what the BRICS are, right? Y'all know what BRICS is, right? Very good. That's terror to the U.S. West. Zimbabwe wanted to join. They said, oh no, we got to keep the dollar in Zimbabwe. You can never do anything if you're beholden to the U.S. dollar. And our comrade was saying that about Cote d'Ivoire. What was Gbagbo's contradiction? His contradiction was he wanted to take the Cote d'Ivoirian dollar and stop pegging it on the French franc. 14 countries have their currency pegged on the Swiss franc. If they change their currency today, France would fall tomorrow. Not mentioning the workers in France want to overthrow the shit anyway. And so I like to think that I knew President Z wasn't coming. I knew Putin wasn't coming, but Macron didn't come. And the new prime minister in England didn't come. So the only imperialist on the Security Council that's here is Biden. And he already said he feels like he's 800 years old. So straight ahead, y'all. Straight ahead, y'all. The December 12th movement.